Hello everyone, you are watching Top 10 Unbelievable Videos. We all commonly believe that rich people can get almost anything and everything that they want, considering that money they have. If that had been the case, every possible shopping place would be scattered by bills dumped by rich people. Well, today we will talk to you about the purchases that wealthy people tend to avoid, and this might actually shock you. If you're new to our channel, you're going to want to head on over and hit that subscribe button. If you're ready to have your mind blown, ring that notification bell as well, so you'll never miss another video. Number 1. Latest versions of popular gadgets. Have you ever seen the lines near Apple stores when a new version of the iPhone is about to see the light of day? Well, you're unlikely to meet a millionaire in this crowd. Rich people have very practical reasoning when it comes to expensive things. They ask them whether the purchase has some benefit to it, or just an impulse prompting them to buy. If they have a logical reasoning, then only then they will buy it. They can easily use an old phone and laptop models as long as they work well. Number 2. Luxury brands. Obviously, the rich and powerful can buy clothes from any fashion designer, but do they buy up all the latest collections? No. Naturally, there are social events where they need to dress up, but in everyday life, a lot of wealthy people chose simple, unassuming clothes. For example, Ingvar Kamprad, the founder of IKEA, once mentioned in an interview that he preferred to wear clothes found at flea markets because he wanted to show a good example. Number 3. Junk food. Do you also believe that rich people eat lobsters and ribeye steaks every day? At the same time, they try to stay away from junk food. While you'll notice many millionaires eat the same vegetables, fruits, cereals like poor people, they hardly be noticed feasting on fast food. The thing is that junk food is high in cholesterol and carbohydrates and low in vitamins and minerals, and if you consume them regularly, there are positive signs that you may fall chronically ill. Number 4. Overpriced homes. Even though almost any millionaire can afford a spacious house in a trendy neighborhood, they still search for good deals. Rich people highly believe in value for money, and if they intend to strike a really good deal, they'll bargain just like us. Some rich people even go beyond that and choose to live in modest and inexpensive houses. American business magnate Warren Buffett still lives in the house that he bought in 1958 for $31,000. Number 5. Fancy toys for kids. We have all been there when our tiny tots cram for some toy in a store and we rush to fulfill his desire. It turns out that such cruel-heartedness is typical for the rich. Most wealthy people try to stay reasonable and avoid pampering their children. They opt for high-quality, long-lasting toys, as well as for something simple. Well, I guess it makes sense. Otherwise, their kids would probably be drowning in gadgets and toys. Number 6. Personal coaches. For most life coaches, their target audience is low-middle class. A lot of people have an inherent belief in miracles, and for them, it's all too easy to think that there is a magic pill which can change their life for the better. Various motivational use this belief for their advantage. At the same time, rich people know from their own experience that to achieve something in life, you need to have a goal and enough willpower to reach this goal. If you aren't ready to step out of your comfort zone, no motivational speaker can make you succeed. Number 7. Fortune tellers, mystics, and psychics. One study published in 2016 claims that people who are fascinated by psychic phenomena have poorer analytical skills than the rest. 2 researchers for the University of Chicago interviewed more than 2,000 people online and recruited 100 of the strongest skeptics and believers to conduct a series of tests. Interestingly, believers didn't have poorer memory skills than skeptics, neither could they be fooled by believing in false memories. But on the other hand, unlike skeptics, believers scored worse on thinking tests that required some analytical skills. And some logical thinking and an analytical mind are some of the most important qualities for achieving success and becoming rich. It's no wonder that millionaires don't visit psychics and fortune tellers. Number 8. Trendy interior designs at exorbitant prices. New trends in interior design regularly appear in stores, and some people rush after the fashionable items in stores, not wanting to fall behind in modern style. Interestingly, most of these customers are average income earners. Unfortunately, it's a known fact that styles and designs change almost every month. As a result, the design you've bought recently can become outdated in a couple of months. Rich people know the catch and they choose to keep it simple and classic. They choose time-tested and everlasting designs. Number 9. Additional education for their kids. Rich people try not to waste their money on numerous extracurricular activities and home tutors. Average income parents do it because they believe this way their little ones will reveal their hidden talents, and this will ensure a future prosperous life. Others are under the impression that additional courses will help their children get better grades at school. But most wealthy people know that too much of everything won't make you financially successful. Thus, they allow their kids to have more free time to enjoy the activities they prefer. Number 10. Video games and TV channels. Come to think of it, probably very few rich people spend hours staring at a TV screen or driving their need for a speed racing car. That's why they don't spend much money on the latest video games or jumbo TV packages. By the way, even wealthy people have more gadgets. Low-income households use their devices much more often. Number 11. Numerous credit cards. Well, if we had millions, we wouldn't risk carrying tons of cash in our pockets. We would probably get ourselves several credit cards from different banks. And that's what distinguishes us from other rich people. But according to Tom Corley, the author of bestseller Rich Habits: The Daily Habits of Successful People, only 8% of wealthy people have more than one bank card. At the same time, 77% of low-income earners carry numerous credit cards in their wallets. Don't forget that the more cards you have, the more fees you need to pay, and the more difficult it is to keep track of your spending. It's also easier to buy something you don't really need. Number 12. Things that won't last. It's a common misconception that rich people buy new stuff on a regular basis. Surely they have enough money to replace things that break or wear. All wealthy people realize that the cheapest item isn't always the most profitable. When buying something, you need to consider how the price tag today compares with the thing's worth over time. Number 13. Expensive grooming. Rumor has it that the Sultan of Brunei, Hassan al-Bolkiah, spends $19,000 on his haircut. Yeah, you heard it correctly. He flies his personal barber from London to Brunei every time he thinks his hair is a bit too long. The Sultan provides the man with top security and organizes private accommodation. Even if that's true, most rich people don't share that approach to grooming. For example, successful businessman and billionaire John Caldwell cuts his hair on his own. And IKEA founder Ingvar Kamprad used to have his hair cut when he was in developing countries. Number 14. Impulse shopping. You don't need 6 phone cases, the funky socks, kitchen appliances you only use once, and the list goes on forever. You are well aware of the essentials in your life, things you actually need. Everything else is just marketed to you. They are brainwashing you into making you think that you need that product, despite the fact that you only want that product. The moment you understand between your needs and wants, you will be able to take control of your life. Number 15. Food wastage. You probably have no idea how much food you are wasting. People buy what they think they will consume, and 9 times out of 10, they are wrong. The average person throws away 40% of the veggies they purchase, 17% of the dairy products, and 14% of the meat. The food waste is almost the same ratio for both the rich and poor, but it hurts the poor people more. If you like this video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos in the future. Also, hit the bell icon to stay up to date and be the first one to watch our latest videos.